Morning folks, Wednesday morning, Massey Dave here, hope you're all well. Thank you for your comments and likes from yesterday's video, and welcome any new subscribers and anybody else who stumbled across this stuff. I said I'll crack on with this one this morning, first thing, get that done, because it's dark outside. Yeah, I got that truck all washed off yesterday, so just got to check the batteries because I think they're a bit on their way out, and then that could be hiked up to the paint shop and tidied up. So I won't bore you with this one because you saw me do that one yesterday, and yeah, let's get going. Quick one, got this set up, we're going to pull this off. Okay. Oh well, it fell apart. It's off. Right, let's crack on, clean up, replace the seal, put it back together. Done, all back together. Drain plug in, fill the plug loose, so we could fill the ends up with gear oil. I'll check if I've got some. And then that's sorted, so clean up. And yeah, ready to paint. So we're just here checking these batteries. Done one, says replace battery, and the other one says replace battery. So 2 new ones of those needed in there. Right, time for a move about. We're going to get the back axle in here now, so front one's all done. We'll get that put out of the way and see if we get the back one in, which is going to be a bit of a mission because those PAVT wheels are a bit on the heavy side. So I thought this was going to struggle a bit, but we'll push it in. Sketchy. No mind. we have it in here. Let's go yeah, try and square it up a little bit and get it somewhere a bit more workable, but we've got it in. I think it can stay where it's parked to. At least we can get the crane either side. So we'll start getting axle bolts undone, drawbar and cradle and that off, and then we can get the chassis out of the way, and then we should be just left with the gubbins, get the frame on it, get the wheels off. Sounds like you do it in 5 minutes, but no, it could be quite a while. Right, we'll start with some of the easier stuff. We're stood up, back's a bit achy. So we got bolts out from that. We get these undone the cross member. We get a couple of the brake lines undone here. We get that bracket out the way. And then we need to, obviously, axle bolts to do. We've got that plate there, 2 bolts that way. All that ring of bolts round the trunnion casting to the back end. And once that's undone, that's out the way, they're undone, we can move that bit off of there. While we're plodding away, we've got that plate out of there, those bolts, last couple of pipes, that's all loose. And believe it or not, the nuts actually come undone on the bottom of those axle bolts. Obviously they're a bit rusted in there, so we'll put the gun on it to see if we can get them to twist free. So once they're loose, we've got the ring of bolts around there to do. That can come off. Join me underneath. Axle bolts up there, all off. Check chain brackets off. You can see there. So now we're on with the cradle. We've got the 2 nuts off of there. There's 2 in there, which is span the job, and some at the back up here to get off. And that's out the way. Then we'll go and tackle that bit there on the old drawbar thing. Well, in all my days, well, I never did. Those pins there, I've usually had to cut them out of that. They've come apart. This is something, this tractor's something else. It's, nothing's fought too bad. I mean, it's taken a couple of hours to get this far, but it's progressing well. I hear a voice. Ah! That's the man that does the models. You saw me video a while ago. How you doing, Kiko?
Yeah, very well, you?
Oh, battling away.
Good.
Kiko, we'll do a separate video on that one another day. So he's had a good look round and taken lots of pictures, giving him plenty of ideas. Let's get back to this. Well, this one's coming off. Happy days. And for a change, the studs haven't come out. That's a bonus. All the nuts have come off. Yeah, a bit tight getting your hand in for the 2 in there, because there's not a lot of space in there for any tools. Another tiring little job. Led under here, but we have got, I don't know if you can see that, we've got the drawbar thingy off. We've got a dose of bolts under here, undone. I think it's just 2 more either side at the top. And then we can get the crane on the go and get this lump lifted off of here. That's the plan. A bit red in the face because those trunnion bolts are a bit tight. You can't really get a socket on them because there isn't enough room, so it's a spanner job. I think we're ready for separation. Strop round there, we have a little gap. We've got the gearbox or the back end on a jack under there to support that. So I think we're ready to take the weight, or a bit more of the weight, and get this little beauty off of here and see what we've got inside that. Let's get lifted. We have separation. Ooh. I think I'm going to get a jack on that. Put it on pause a minute. Right, just rejigged a few things. I'll move the crane down a bit to give it a bit of that way. Let's take a little bit more weight than that one. Coming apart. And it's coming off. We're separated. Move the crane a bit more. We get it out. Also got to manage this on my own. I've got no Got no staff here. She's not too good. But hopefully she'll get herself right and be back on fine form. Right, move it that way still. Back again. Lovely jubbly. It's coming off. Go a bit more. Get it in the way. On its own though. Aren't I clever? You like this? Let's go around a minute. See what I'm doing. Should not drop too much. There we go. Get that out of the way. Get this on the floor. Safest place for it. Sorted. Oh, fat fingers. Right, that's out. I want to see what's in here. If there's anything different and how it's plumbed up. Let's get a torch. Ah, well, yes. Separate pipe out the top of the pump. That one. Not this one. It goes up round there, round the back, and then goes off to supply the trailer brake. But I mean, all that looks all very nice in there. Really does. Not too much debris in there either. All looks like brand new. Interesting. Hang on a minute. That kidney pump there, that's different. That's got another pump bit on the back of it there. I thought this would be something different. Can't wait to get this out, I tell you. Before I get too much stuck into that end any further, I'd like to get these arms off. I have found that the balls aren't seized onto the shaft in there, but these pins are tight, so I'm going to try a bit of heat, see if we can just warm this up and see if they will tap out of there. Don't really want to cut it off, but if I have to, it'll be a grinder down through there to get these off and then deal with that, both sides. That'll be a no. I cut the bottom of that off. Even that one, he was quite tight in the hole. So I think that's going to be a grinder job and cut down inside between the sides of the balls. Then we deal with it when the trumpet's off. Thursday morning. It's dull. It's wet. I had 2 new batteries turn up last night, so just extracted these 2 out of the hole under there, like that. So we've got to deal with the end of the nut was a bit tight, so I'll take it in and get that freed up. Put the new ones in. I'll just shiny pair of new batteries there, all fitted in. Terminals all tight, all secured down on the bolts. Don't forget to take your torch out, because I've lost many a torch by leaving them in there somewhere. So, job's done. Well, there's only one thing left for that, and that's that. But I'll do it before the pins ain't moving. So we'll get the grinder, chop it out, at least we can get the arms out of the way. Hopefully get the frame in. We'll get that disassembled, get that bit out of the way, and then perhaps battle getting these wheels off. Looking forward to that, or otherwise. We've run off, pins well seized in, one side seized in, but at least it's easier to deal with now, and they're out of the way. Right, we've got that part extracted. So look at these bushes. Like brand new. This hasn't had a lot of use. We ain't going to need this one doing. He's good to go again. Obviously new seal. Thrust washer's a bit battered, but well, that's one less expense on this job. And the back one, well, they're usually okay anyway, like new. Right, we've got the stuff moved out of the way. We've got the frame on the bottom of that. Ready to get these wheels off. We've got cleaner here today, sputtering them out. And there goes that all. So let's start getting some wheels undone. Ready for lift off. 2 nuts left on there, strung up, so we can just take the weight, pull it out, and get it on the forklift and get it out the way. They weren't too bad. There was 6 short ones and 2 long ones of those nuts in there. Single-handed. One down there out of the way. Let's tackle this one now. It's going all right so far. To a workable size. And get this one out of the way. Then we can start having a look what we're going to do with this. Well, obviously, got to come apart. Check the brakes. Get that all out. Get all that out. Clean it. Check it. Put it back together. Seems like a day or so ago I was doing exactly the same on the front axle. But we're on a bit of a roll here at the moment. Everything's going quite well. So we'll start getting bits apart. A pleasant surprise. That come undone and the spring's not broken. So we'll give that a quick wipe, wash off, and then go back together. Right, so we've had a scrape round, got rid of some of the crud on there. Get this top lifted off. See if there's anything special that needs looking at in there. See if there's any disasters. Hopefully not. I'm going to look at that crown rail and pinion in a minute. I've just had a delivery. A lot of expensive wiring. I think there should be 4 sets of looms in there. There's some old stuff and there's the rubbish stuff. So we're going to sort this lot out, because I need one for that one, one's for this one, and the other 2 are for customers elsewhere. So got to make sure we just get all the right bits to go with the right ones. Well, I've spun this diff round. And I can't see any damage on any of the teeth, the gears on that. So yeah, so a bit of debris, but it's only nothing much there. I'm going to try and get this trumpet off, I think. So get the bolts undone, get it on the ground, and we can deal with the brakes and get those pins out. Right, I think we've got everything unbolted. We've got to jiggle it off of there. Hopefully I've got my point of balance right. We've got the other side chocked up. It'll be ready for whichever way it's going to go. Ah, that's about right. Right, just swing it over a bit and get it on the ground. So, it's there, it's on the floor. What we got any surprises in there? Oh, looking quite clean. Not that you can see a lot on that, but yeah, at least we can deal with the pin that's stuck in there, pin that's stuck in there, and deal with the brakes. A little bit of struggling later, we got that one off. And we can get in here. Doesn't look quite as dirty as the front one did. So yeah, we'll start pulling the discs out, lay them down, and get it all apart. I know disasters or dramas with that lot. All in good order, nothing buckled, bent, heated up, whatever. Soaking up the last bit of oil in here. I'll give all that a clean out in a minute. I'm going to say we've got oil down in there, which, as I said before, that's empty. Pull the shaft out, let the oil go down, clean it out, put it in, then we tip it up to do the end. We can drain the oil out without making a mess, because we don't like too much of a mess. So set 2 with some brake cleaner and clean that gunk out of there. I've got everything reassembled in there, new big O-ring in that. We'll get that flipped over, put back in, get the split pin in there, not split pin, yeah, split pin, scroll pin, and a couple of screws to hold it down. I'm going to let that do for today because time's running out and I feel a beer o'clock coming on because it's been, to be fair, a productive day to get down this far. And yeah, before this goes back on, obviously we're going to get that lot out. I mentioned in the last one with the wet brakes, you got that hole in the casting there in the carrier plate. So if you were to have a oil loss out of that, the oil that's within the trumpet, you'd still have some left in there. It wouldn't all drain out, so the brakes still have some oil in there, so they didn't get cooked up. Anyway, this is back together. Just make sure that the spring bit works on the diff lock, which it does. So that's the job to good for there. Right there, folks, we can see no woolly hat today. It is a bit warmer, a bit wet outside, obviously. So yeah, thanks for watching. Give us a little thumbs up, like and subscribe, drop us a comment. I'll do my best to get back to you. But yeah, it's been a good day today. From what that was this morning to what it is coming apart now, I'm pleased with progress. And no disasters or dramas other than having to cut those bits off the trumpets to get the link arms out. But we'll deal with that. We can have new pins made up. So as I said, drop us a comment, hit the old sub button, and I might put a video together, possibly at the weekend, of the visit from Kiko yesterday and a few questions and answers with him on how he does his little miniature weathering stuff. So until next time, thanks for watching. Catch you later.